First of all, let me remind you that the beginning of every SAT math section has a reference chart with a bunch of geometry formulas inside of it. People don't notice this, and I'll tutor someone for a month, and then they'll get a question wrong, and I'm like, didn't you look at the reference chart? And they're like, oh, I didn't know that existed. Yeah, flip to the beginning of every math section. It's always there. It's always there for you to get all these formulas, including the cylinder formula, which is there at the beginning of the section. So you do not need to memorize this because it is given to you. The one that you need to memorize is not a geometry formula at all. Speed is equal to the distance over the time. So occasionally, when they test speed on the SAT, they do give you the formula, or they explain it in some kind of sentence. However, that can be confusing, and I do think it's better to just at least see it in this format so that you kind of know what you're dealing with. And there have been SAT questions where you've needed to calculate speed or use that concept where they didn't just tell you the formula. So you got to memorize it just in case. These other two, choices B and D, these are things that would appear on an ACT, and you would need to memorize these formulas for that. The top one, B, is law of cosines. Sometimes they give it to you, but this other one is permutations for probability. I'm not even going to get into it. This is why I don't like the ACT. Too many formulas to memorize. SAT keeps it nice and simple, but there are a few things that are not given in that reference chart, and you do need to memorize. Speed is one of them.